We're back in action again, doing some construction work today. Rain or shine, make sure you hydrate. So this roof was built by or installed by Root Construction. All right, this is where the next project is happening, taking place, going down. I was chatting with someone. They highlight if I hold myself accountable and take responsibility for the things that I do, and I do. So I purchased these self-tapping screws for metal studs, and I was under the impression that they could be used to attach the skin to it, and I made a mistake. They're too short. So see, you hold yourself accountable when you make mistake. That's the only way you can evolve and advance. So they will be too short to attach or secure these 1/8 thick skin or sheeting. It's a partition wall. The top line measuring here, metal bit, concrete bit right there, pencil. This one is courtesy to Canada, the Canadian connection. We got speed square in here, more pencil, and X-Acto knife. Yeah, so working on getting my layout all in, but can't do scrap without my level. So I'm traveling back to this location because this is where some of my tools are being stored for this project. Went and scooped this up. We don't have a metal bit to use that. Cut the metal studs, so we're going to use snips. To make it a little bit stronger, we won't cut it off. We'll use that drop. We'll keep the drop and we'll do a 90 degrees and we'll attach that to our stud. So evidence of modern construction was suggested and first started in Africa by the different tribes that was in Africa, the different civilizations that was in Africa. They built permanent settlement structures and homes on the continent. Cutting the studs right now. Studs being cut. Now getting ready to do the layout. That's the bottom plate over there. That's the top plate. Then we already have the two top plate and bottom plate for the cut. So mental note, there are evidence or early evidence of human settlement found across the continent of Africa. A notable and most popular examples are the permanent structures and homestead areas in ancient Egypt and Namibia along the Nile Valley. Took the door off the hinges, the room got too hot. These societies developed sophisticated building techniques, impressive construction structures that remain to this day. Building phenomenal monumental structures and homes that withstand the testament of time. Some of these early structures got started around as 9,000 to 5,000 BC. note or make a mental note. Education in the region of Africa saw other permanent settlement and architecture during similar time frame with degree of complexity and immense scale of intellectual building techniques. You have Neolithic cultural emerging in the northern horn of Africa around 2700 BC, in West Africa in 3rd and 2nd millennia BC. Southern African Southern Africa architectural evidence indicates prehistoric human building various type of shelters. Now we're doing modern stuff. We're using metal, and you can use metal, wood stud. Back in the day, they used these Neolithic humans built historic human structures with various types of materials. They build these structures in open areas, enhance cave dwelling, and within the last 20,000 years, evidence of wooden structures using wooden poles, animal hide, woolly mammoth bones were used to construct shelters with fire heart inside of these structures as well, suggesting complex social and organizing during an early phase of construction, or during the phase of construction during that period of time. So they used great complex social organization they had in those early periods of creating a community. Let's work out the layout. Now we got ladders, all kind of different tools to help us build. We use levels. A lot of people don't know how to use plumb bob. I struggle with a plumb bob, I'll be honest. Not good at using a plumb bob. But once you know how to use the tools, then you can build a pretty perfect structure. So there's known great buildings and stuff, historic and landmark architecture in the Great Zimbabwe. They use stonework, indicating highly organized and technological advanced society during Iron Age. The ruins dating up to 11th and up to the 15th century, suggesting thriving trading empire within a sophisticated society that was able to build stonework without mortar that withstand the testament of time. This is German in construction right here, German technology. I do know how to build homes according to Germans' engineering and architectural standards for energy efficient and environmentally friendly and sound as well. They said we have power, but there's no indication that there's any electricity here. Good luck, I brought my snips. These are my metal snips that you can use for other types of materials as well. So a lot of society also use timber to build as well. It's a wet season. Trying to see, oh, you can't see the low line bridge from here. Remember, we work for like, shares, and comments. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel as well. Check out about section as well and the description as well. So they use timber in home construction during those times as well, or ancient times. When you're talking about ancient times, it seems like it would be like around the iron / bronze era. And these different societies that were using these types of techniques worldwide or globally was the Middle East, um, as in Asia, parts of Europe, mainly Africa, Asia, South America, Central America, North America. As people got more comfortable utilizing these different materials, certain types of material became more prominent due to the fact that they were in abundance. In North America, the Europeans began using timber as a form of building in the early 1600s, mainly in the area known as Jamestown, Virginia. Jamestown, Virginia. Jamestown, Virginia. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Help preserve Belize and our waterways, rivers, creeks, and streams. Put trash in its rightful place. Help beautify Belize. These are the reasons why you need to come visit and explore Belize. You need your assistance to come and tap into the greatness of the environment. There's a plethora of stuff for you guys to utilize and experience. Wet season has officially begun in Central America. Rain gear is required once you're exploring here. It's not like in Costa Rica. Costa Rica, it do rains, but then it has moments when it comes down and it pours like a monsoon. But then it stops and you got like 6 hours or so where you could go out and enjoy it. Doing a little remodeling project here in the twin tongue of San Ignacio and Santa Elena. We had to take down the door. The room was way too hot. No airflow. We're using metal studs. Just frame out this wall right here. Then ready to frame up another partition wall. So there is electricity. It's just not showing up on the there is electricity, but no, it doesn't work. A second ago it worked. Nothing. So I got the other wall, short wall, pony wall framed up. Now we're just getting ready to attach the screws to it. It's coming down. There are 2 hotels, one there and one over there. I just found that out recently too. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Help beautify Belize. Put trash in its rightful place. For this blade to work, I gotta knock this out, center, and make it look like that. And put it on there. So building living quarters have been an instinctive thing in man. Make sure we preserve our rivers, waterways, creeks, and streams, and within the living spaces that we cohabitate in. Give a hoot, don't pollute, put trash in its rightful place, help beautify Belize. Whenever you're building and you're screwing with metal, if you don't have finger snips to put in here, just insert a little block, put a shim or a block or wedge to put in there so that you can use it to prevent this from skinning down, and you can drill it a little bit faster. You can also use a nail and a hammer to tap a hole, which is a little bit faster than using a drill bit. So we rotate. So now we're gonna get these studs screw in. We flip both of them. So now I gotta frame out 81.5 opening for the door, putting a header right here, this little section. So in a previous video of mine, I was talking about how providing some evidence of historic buildings in Africa. Well, we do have some here in Central America from left remnants of construction from the Maya, the Incas, and the Peru down south, the Aztecs up north in Mexico, and then you have the Native Americans in North America and parts of Canada. They're claiming that early construction exists from 9,000 to 5,000 BCE. And then modern construction in Jamestown, Virginia, starting in the 1600s. That's clever. They were smart enough to put their downspout at least about a foot away from the wall. Then you have the British who take claim over the territory, and then potential colony known as British Honduras, and then current day Belize. They use the timber industry to establish a stronghold, and then later on they build infrastructure and different types of European architecture as evidence of their time being here, and not just evidence of their time being here, creating administrative defensive stronghold and to preserve and protect their residents, farms, and communities from other invaders. Some of the building the building technique is still a part of the landmark to this day. Their stronghold was first cemented in a section called St. George's Key. There's evidence of historic architecture in Kenya, Mozambique, the Great Zimbabwe. There are also known artifacts to show and make that connection in South Africa as well. Officially swapped it out. I officially swapped it out. Mental note, never over tighten this right here. The nut, because once the star starts to spin, it does a semi-tightening as well, locking in place. That little trick will prevent you from over tightening it. Grind on your craft. Taking a little selfie. I'm gonna install this and build it in a way to see if I don't put any screws or anchors in the floor. I'm gonna anchor it to the wall. This is not my first time building walls without having to secure these walls towards the wall. I built before where I didn't anchor it in the floor, the walls, or the ceiling. It's not my first time doing it. Just ripped and made another shim so that we can screw the metal, use it as a jack inside the stud so that we can screw the studs together on the base plate and the top plate. I'm getting rusty, I had to shave off it twice. It looks like Belize have a lot of stray dogs, but actually they're not. These dogs have owners even though you see them roaming the streets. This is one of them. but this one has a collar, so it's pretty obvious that he has an owner. He just escaped. He's going on a little adventure. Wow, I was checking around, and I normally on top of stuff. I didn't put back my key from my car, not in there, putting it back. That would have been horrible if I had lost that. It's a wet day, but it's still pretty somewhat busy downtown. Say cheese. This one is from Canada, and I do believe this is from Builders. But now the companies here in Belize are starting to put their logos on their pencils as well. Framing it out, putting in blocks. It's a little bit stronger and sturdier. This is a bullet free taxi stand too. You can come and enjoy cold drinks and relax and watch a game, exciting game. Yeah. Getting back in and getting after it again. Take care of these straps. They're fire blocking. So I'm coming in to grab my snips. So what I'm doing, I'm taking my snips and cutting along the line right here, like that right there. It's a bad one, can't really see, but there, hopefully that's showing it right there. Make sure you hydrate. Have this one good to go. Got that one started and lined up and going. This one is all squared off, taken care of. Got this one plumbed and set. We just have to run some anchor bolts or nails into it. It's turning out to be a lovely sunny afternoon. Okay, we got that taken care of. And then now this one here. Okay, back over to this little place again. Just doing tweaking map up. Okay, so missed a couple screws. So just coming in, made the door from scratch. As you can see, there's some recycled wood, lumber that we use, timber. Build the door. Did our best to beef it up. Made a jam. Did the same here. It looks like the door is a ghost chaser. It's not supposed to do that. If I open it and I hold it and let it go and I stop it there, it should stay there. But I made a ghost chaser. They've knocked that out there. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Beautify Belize. Okay, and get the driver and get that installed. Need that right there. And that. We do work for like, shares, and comment. Also remember to subscribe to the channel. They love to do that. That's double parking right there. They know they're not supposed to park there. So the loose ends that I had to deal with missing screws is just right here. But basically what happened, we had a long screw. Hold it. Right there we had a long screw, this one right there, that we extract and forgot to put back in. The reason for that was that it was preventing the blocking. Was unable to get the wood blocking inside the channel. So you gotta be on top of stuff. The door jamb, we ripped this down. We had to make this right here. Then if you can see, I have to shimmy it out, take it off plumb. But that's based on the fact that I think maybe the floor has a sag in it. There are the other possibilities that I made my fire blocking too short. Finishing up, getting ready to get out of here. At Santa Elena off in the distance. He's wearing a dashiki. Right, he's gonna take action, and they should, because they do that all the time. They did it yesterday and guys were having a hard time getting in out. They love to double park and park in. No parking zones. Proud of him. Got it all taken care of, finished. Getting out of here now. Off to the next thing. Slug a bug, and it's a red one at that. Right on. Welcome to Belize, Jungle Kingdom. Duly noted, it's wet season, but it's also summer as well. It gets pretty warm. Dress accordingly. Bring summer and rain gear. duly noted, some places close for lunch too as well. All right, heading out. Making my way towards the riverbank. There won't be anything magical or spectacular happening back here right now because it's lunchtime. And more than likely the crews are taking their lunch break this very moment as well. Yeah, they got it in place, but pretty much that happened yesterday too. But that was the canoes right here. That was one of the biggest things that we had when I was a teenager or youngster. You would see this place lined up with canoes like that. People coming down touring the Makal River Valley Belt. But yeah, they're getting after the bridge. Just on Santa Elena side as well. Currently in San Ignacio. Getting stuff put together, take home.
Like that. So
Right?
like there you come in, man, you make your live video and things like that.
Work for like, shares, and comments. Work for like, shares, and comments. Work for like, shares, and comments.